Challenger 2 main battle tank. 65 tons, and it's one of the most formidable tanks in the world. With its 4-man crew, outstanding protection, and an ability to travel at speeds in excess of 45 kph across almost any terrain. The Challenger 2 packs a tremendous punch with its 120mm main armament, a coaxial 7.62mm tank gun, and on this variant all the protection for Afghanistan. It's also capable of carrying a .5 caliber heavy machine gun. The range of its main armament out to the excess of 2,000 meters. It can fire up to 6 rounds of main armament with a highly trained crew in 1 minute. Ladies and gentlemen, the Challenger 2. Warrior 510 TES. The Warrior 510 is the primary vehicle in use by the armoured infantry. It's armed with a 30mm rod cannon and a coaxial 7.62mm chain gun. It strikes into the enemy in conjunction with Challenger 2 to allow the 8-man infantry section carried in the back to deploy onto an objective. The vehicle on display in the show carries the latest modifications developed for operations in Afghanistan. This vehicle is also part of a similar family. There are variants that carry out repair and recovery, and they're operated by the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers. You can see that vehicle undertaking its repair in the southeast corner of the tank park throughout the day. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Warrior 510 TES. It's under development for its 40mm gun upgrade at 80 DU. It is a formidable beast and can get the infantry into action fully protected very quickly. Wheel. It's known as an MRAP, and that stands for Mine Resistance Ambush Protected. It comes from America originally, and it's been considerably modified by the British Army. This version is the Mark III. It's very powerful. It has a 6-speed gearbox and can go at considerable speed despite its bulk. Unusually, this vehicle also has an opening front door to enable easier access and the ability to put bulky equipment in the rear of the vehicle. It will be and has been the workhorse in Afghanistan and will be the workhorse in the British Army for many years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, the massive Mark III.
really made it much more mobile than the Conqueror was. But it's got a 120mm gun, which is why it's in such an enlarged turret. This version, which is the M103A1, is used by the United States Marine Corps. Army decided they were too big for them, didn't want to take them. But after that, they really got too heavy. It takes 5 tanks, 3 men in the turret,
and it's a tank that come to the museum gifted to us from Sweden.
It's really, although it looks like a tank, it's really meant by the Swedes anyway as an infantry type. The gun's an infantry support gun, but in any respect it's rather a light tank for ordinary combat and get wiped out by the enemy. One of the things you'll notice about it is on top of the turret are a pair of Diran mortars. They fire illuminating shells for use at night, and that's quite a striking example. It's powered by a 6-cylinder Volvo Penta engine, has torsion bar suspension, and is amphibious. But again, you don't see that many of them here.
We talked earlier about how different countries, different tank designs. The IKV-91 really meets the Swedish requirement because there's so many lakes in Sweden. They famously designed the S-tank as well. The idea there was the few roads going east-west. If you put a tank in a hull-down position, it could defend that road or block the road very easily and then retreat out. This vehicle, as a tank destroyer, thin armour, amphibious, it can cross lakes, it can get into the ambush positions with that powerful low-velocity gun, and not designed really to pump it out, but really it almost can take it back to the tank destroyer philosophy of World War II. Such huge numbers, and we've got 3 different variants about to come on, because they made so many of them, they couldn't quite make the same number of engines, and they had different factories with different capabilities, so sometimes you get cast hulls, sometimes welded hull vehicles. Later in the war they put a bigger gun on, such as the 76mm gun that's on this particular variant of Sherman, and they up-armour them, and they make just under 50,000 of them. And for the American war plan, it worked. They threw their engineering ability and money at the problem when the war came along, and don't forget, they were on the winning side. Now this particular Sherman going around, this is the Tank Museum Sherman, and this is the one that was used recently as the Fury in the war movie, The Fury. And we've left all the kit on it, so it looks like it's kitted out as it was in the film.
It's worth pointing out actually that the Sherman in question, it's a 76mm gun Sherman with a long gun in it and the enlarged turret, but it's actually powered by a pair of General Motors diesels. Now the US Army during the Second World War would have nothing to do with diesel engines at all. They decided on petrol, and petrol it will be, so the diesel engines were only I would say this is probably the tank you've all been waiting to see. It's turret number 101. It was captured in Tunisia in a battle with Churchill's 48th RTR, and we've restored it, or we've had it restored to running order. It's quite impressive sight to see the Tiger going. That's the real thing. That's the tank that probably terrified more British and American tank troops than anything else. The idea of running into one of those was something they didn't relish at all. Again, it's powered by a Maybach V12 engine, and it was done really because they wished to standardise on something. It was against the wishes of Hitler. Hitler wanted them all to have diesel engines and decided that's what they laid down a decree that that's what they were going to have. But no one took the slightest bit of notice of it. Stick it with extra wide tracks to deal with soft conditions, but those tracks were so wide that if you moved the tank by rail, you had to take those tracks off, take off the outer set of road wheels, put on special narrow tracks which would be able to sit on a railway wagon at all, had torsion bar suspension, and the road wheels actually
original Maybach HL210 engine, which we still have in the museum, was sectioned as a teaching aid. So we actually had to use a HL230 engine that we had a spare, and that was what was refurbished over time. Many ups and downs in that process, but at the moment, after a number of years, we've still got the only working Tiger one in the world. There's 6 real Tigers left. The 7th has just been put together out of field, and it's now in the German Tank Museum in Münster, privately owned on loan there. So it's a bit of a rare